Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for movies I've seen. And this is going to be my review of Mad Max Fury Road. Now, this movie is everything you expect it to be. If you've seen the trailers, you know what the plot of this film is. It is one long action sequence from start to finish. It's got rock and roll music playing in the background the whole time. It's just one long gun battle with a little bit of character development in between, but mostly this is a movie for action junkies. If you like action, this is your heroine. You are going to shoot up on this film. And it's not overpoweringly actiony. It's got just enough, and then it keeps topping itself and topping itself and topping itself to the point where you just don't care anymore and you just want to see what happens next. So, as I said, even if you're going in cold, chances are you know what this movie is about. But just to recap quickly from the trailers, because if you've seen the trailers, you know what this film is. Mad Max has to assist the wives of some warlord escape, and I could not tell you who these characters were if you put a gun to my head. I know that there's somebody called the Bullet Farmer, and there's a guy who's the head of Gastown, and then you've got, I think he's called the Immortal, the main villain, quote unquote. I think he's called him. I don't know. This movie moves very fast. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of background noise in it too. So it's very hard to pick up a lot of what they're saying. This movie needs subtitles. But beyond that, it's a pretty good post-apocalypse movie. When the movie starts, you see they've actually got the semblances of a society going. It's not a great society, but it seems like they have something generally put together. And then Max, he comes in, and it's this great introductory scene. It's honestly, you just have to see it. There is no explaining this movie. There's no way to logically explain it. I saw it in 3D, and the 3D is gorgeous. It's amazing. They actually remembered what the purpose of 3D is. It's for making things fly at you out of the screen, and throughout this entire film, with every explosion, there's always something just popping out at you. And there's this really over the top sequence. They've got this guy who's just been playing the guitar the entire time. He's like, I don't know, he's the devil's drummer or whatever he is. They're the intimidation part of the war party. You can hear them coming, and when that truck explodes, you just see like the electric guitar come right out at you and then get flung back into the screen. It is so bonkers. This movie is what Michael Bay dreams of being able to create for a George Milner film. I mean, if Michael was reviewing this, he'd probably go 100 out of 100, 3 thumbs up. Yeah, so that's the movie. It's exactly what the franchise is. It's completely divorced from the original franchise. I think. I'm not entirely sure. You know what? You could just the way the opening is structured, you could probably uh, add this to the original franchise without without any real without any real problem. I mean, the original Mad Max franchise was one long commentary on the dystopian nature of society with a lot of driving and action. It's basically Fast and Furious, Apocalypse Edition with cannibals and people who throw sharpened boomerangs. Uh, I mean, there's a little bit of this stuff where he's being haunted by his family and it becomes almost like a supernatural presence. Like it keeps him from, it stops him from dying several times, like hands to the forehead and stuff. But um, really, there's not that much to say. It's actually no, it's not an okay, but it's a good flick. It's good for what it is. It's a lot better than some of the crap I've had to see this year. Honestly, look, if you're looking for a smart action movie, go watch The Avengers. This is this is people marauding through the Australian outback on gas-powered super. I don't even know what to call them. Super rigs. I mean, they've got like multiple cars stacked one on top of the other to make these. It's just bonkers. You have to see it to believe it. And I would recommend seeing a 2D version. Despite what I said about the 3D being super amazing and stuff coming out at you, there are some scenes where it gets a little bit darker. And look, this is a very bright, colorful movie. I can't recommend in good conscience seeing it through a pair of sunglasses, so I'm torn. I really am. They need to get 3D technology to the point where you can do it with glasses that do not dull your focus on the screen. I mean, either that or they need to crank the brightness of this thing up so that it just pierces through that telephoto lens and into your skull. Because when you shift it down, it's blurry, but it's bright and it's colorful and it's got this weird ambience even in the dark areas that is really cool. I mean, I seriously recommend seeing this in 2D and 3D. First see it in 3D for the effects, and then see it in 2D for all the bright colors. Because honestly, this is a pretty good film. I mean, it's not Kingsman the Secret. That's what I'm rating films by this year. It's not Kingsman the Secret Service. Let's see, what was an awful film? But it's not. Excuse me. But it's not. It's not. Oh, what's the one where the girl kills them all over Skype? I saw this. God damn it, I can't remember. Someone's gonna say it in the comments. I know they are, but it's not that stupid Skype horror movie, and it's not gonna be any other dumb horror films this year. Honestly, it's good for what it is. I think that as a spiritual successor to the Mad Max trilogy, this slides right in. This slides right in with the rest of them, and honestly, I've got no more to say about it. I do like this film a severe amount. I might go back and see it a second. Might. Just to take a friend. But that's been my review. I recommend you go see it. Remember to like, favorite, subscribe, do all that stuff. Make sure to comment down below so I have something to talk about in the next video, and I will see you next time.